Hello everyone, my name is Basti and I'm an independent trader with years of experience in the crypto markets. If you're looking for the latest information for daily chart analysis, and if you're looking for trading predictions as well as trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. Nice of you to be watching today. And as you can see, we are looking at the 4-hour chart on the screen. That is for the price of Bitcoin, of course, as we usually do. And here you can see we've left our downtrend already a few days ago, and we are or have been closing above or in the positives for, let's count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. We've been closing on the positive side, which means that every day we close above where the previous day closed. So that is of course a very, very good sign. You also have our EMA line indicator where we have our 13 EMA line, our 21 EMA line, our 50 EMA line. They're all moving upwards, and they've even crossed, as you can see here, with our 100 EMA line, which again is another positive sign for the price movement of Bitcoin. This is something that I mentioned in the previous video as well. Whenever you do have this switch in this indicator, then that shows us that Bitcoin is preparing itself to continue a bull run. Now let's go and have a look and see when was the last time that we had 8 days in a row on the positive, and that is on the 21st of July of 2021. We had exactly 8 days of just green candles. Then it was followed by a small correction testing our EMA line, and then it continued the run. Also previous to that, it was at the start of the bull run in December 2020, and that also was triggered by 8 days of positive trading, and then a sideways period that led to another big pump in the price. And so right now, this is what seems to be happening. This is how things are at least imitating those two previous examples, and this is why I assume that it's safe to say that this is what's going to happen now. As you can see here, I did mention this in yesterday's video. That's why I say, it's important that you guys watch every single day the videos, because as I said, it is possible that we go back and retest our EMA line, the 13 EMA line, and that's exactly what we did. But immediately it got bought up, and that moved the price back to where it started. So things overall there are also looking very well. If we even look on the 1-hour chart, we finally have used, again, we retested, not finally, but we retested our 50 EMA line, and we remain above it solidly. We're not really losing any steam here. Of course, it can be that we do consolidate here for a little bit. We might even drop to try and retest this white support line that I've drawn here on the chart. As you can see, this comes from all the way down here. Several times we've touched it and used it as support, and you can also see that the way Bitcoin has been using the EMA ribbons as support, it's also giving a very, very good it gives me a good feeling, and this is exactly what I want to see. And so as long as we don't break down below, under our support line, the white support line, then we should just consolidate, and I expect that we'll do that inside this support area, which, by the way, it now is no longer resistance a resistance area, which is how I had it before in the previous videos. But now again it has become support, and this is also very significant. We, of course, it could be that we stay inside this box for a couple of days or even a week or so before we see a breakout towards the upside. Okay, and so now we are going to get ready to look at some news articles, but before we do that, I just wanted to encourage you to please go ahead and like this video. and not just this video, but every video that you watch, that you also, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you hit the notification bell. The reason why it is important that you like the videos and that you subscribe is because that way YouTube, sorry, they know that people are watching our content, and they continue to show our content to even more people, and then the channel can grow. So I would appreciate your help. It's completely free to you guys. Now, if we look at the crypto fear and greed index, we are at 56 points at the moment. Not a whole lot has changed. 55, excuse me. And so, if we do happen to at some point move into this green area here, 70, 80 points, then that's where you have to start being very careful again, because when there is a lot of greed, that's when we usually see big drops, like, in these examples here, these two zones, or these two areas where that's exactly the range in which they were moving it, and then you see this massive drop in the value of the asset. So you do have to keep that in mind, and you do have to be very careful with that. Now in the news, Terra has reached yet another all-time high, and they continue to do this almost one after the other. So one of the reasons, of course, is that there's a lot of interest into this cryptocurrency. They also have announced a few I think days, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, where they are starting to back their USDC, which is their stable coin. They're backing that with Bitcoin, for whatever reason, for tough financial times or whatever it is. The reason they're doing it, still, they are backing their stable coin with I think $3 billion. And so they've been buying up Bitcoin, and that, of course, has been one of the reasons why Bitcoin is also going up in price, and that is a good thing. But of course, macro strategy is not one to stay behind, and they've announced that they too will now invest another $205 million dollars worth of Bitcoin. So that again is also good news in general, not just for Bitcoin, but for the cryptocurrencies in general. And now what we're going to do is, yesterday in the German channel, I asked people to leave the comment, and then whoever got the most likes in their comment suggesting which cryptocurrency we should look at today, then that's exactly the cryptocurrency we're going to look into. And so that's what we'll do. We're going to be looking at Cardano. But before that, I wanted to see also in your comments, so please go ahead and leave that. If you would be interested in us, putting out a video maybe once a month, and maybe here and there, whenever whenever it would apply, a video about taxes, about how you pay for your taxes, about how you're supposed to track your earnings and your losses, which tools are there available for you to use when it comes to reporting your taxes to the different institutions, depending on where you are, of course. There are some very interesting tools that I personally use. And so if you are interested, let me know in your comments if that's the kind of video that you also would like to see from us. And then, of course, we will be very glad to oblige. So yeah, just let me know in the comments. I will be looking and see if that is something that this community has an interest in. Okay, so now let's go, and as I said, let's go and have a look at Cardano and see what's going on there. And so let's go and open up the chart, and here we have a beautiful, very solid V formation that you can see here. Of course, right now the name of the game is we have to stay or break out of our 120, $1.20, which is this previous high over here. So if the Cardano is to keep climbing, then we have to, of course, overcome that and stay above that price line. As you can see, also, we've been using our EMA lines as support, same as Bitcoin, and that again is a good sign for Cardano. We also have to keep in mind here that Here, the same rule applies that as an altcoin, that when Bitcoin drops, you have to be very careful because altcoins do drop even more. But here, for us, what's important right now, of course, is that we stay again, at least, if we were to drop, that we stay above the $1 price line, which is down here. You can see it's very, very, a very good support. And also immediate support we could find at $1.12, which is, this red line over here. That again was also good support. So if we were to fall through that, then I would say we'll stop at 1, and we would stay there for a while, consolidating before resuming a move towards the upside. But I mean, you can see here we have a 60% move towards the upside gapped in the last couple of months. So even if the market drops here, that would be very, something healthy as well, because it just means that, there's a bit of a cool down period. So I wouldn't be too surprised if something like that were to happen. We can, of course, here ignore this downtrend line. No longer applies to us right now, because as you can see, we are holding very strongly up here. And also, same as what we've already seen for Bitcoin and Ethereum, we have to manage to have a daily close above the 200 EMA line. I mean, we are above our 100 EMA line already, but so far we haven't managed to have a daily close above the 200 EMA line, which currently would be at around $1.30 currently. So we would have to get above, go past beyond that to be able to have a daily close above the 200 EMA line. So that's something that we are looking at. Now for Ethereum. So here, also we see very, very good things for Ethereum at the moment. You can see we pushed to the $3,400 price line, which is our high over here. We've tested it. We haven't managed to get past it here on the 4-hour chart. You can see that even though we touched that and went across it briefly, we immediately got sold at that price. But so long again as we continue to confirm our EMA ribbons as support, then all things should be fine. You also see it in general, our EMA ribbons are turning into the green side of things, which again, it shows that Ethereum also is gaining momentum. And so right now, the next stop for Ethereum, if things pan out, would be the price at $3,800. So let's see, and let's wait and see what happens. So again, let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in update videos regarding tax, doing your taxes with different tools and so on. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you check out our Telegram group. It's completely free, where I'm always posting relevant information about Ethereum, about Bitcoin, about Cardano, about all the big cryptocurrencies. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I always appreciate your time and your support for the channel. Have a great day. My name again is Basti. Ciao, ciao.